Satnam, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Jai Gobind, and this is your channel for grace. Thank you guys so much for being here live, and thank you to those of you that are watching the replay. We are here today to talk about the new moon in Sagittarius that is happening tomorrow, December 19th of 2025. In this broadcast, I am going to go over the astrology chart. We're going to look at the gene key of this new moon. We're also going to look at the human design transit chart for this new moon, speak about the significance, and share some really epic things that are coming through the frequency right now. And I am mind blown today, maybe more than any other day, because we had our integration session for Robert Grant's Peru trip. And he spent 4 hours. I could only be there for the first 2 hours because then I had to go to work and do a reading. But he kept going for 2 more hours after that, and I need to finish watching the replay. But the 2 hours that he was talking blew my freaking mind, and I'm going to let you know why I am bringing this up towards the end of the analysis of this new moon. So before we dive in, I would love to say hi to everyone that's here. If you're watching live, make sure to say hi in the chat. I love the live chat interaction. If you are new to the channel and you're enjoying this video or any of our other videos, make sure that you give this video a thumbs up. Please leave a comment below the video if you're watching the replay. And also share this video out, really to help with getting the word out, spreading the sacred news, and getting more people to tune into this energy if it's in alignment for them. So other than that, hello, Stick and Stones. Welcome in. We've got Lisa here. Welcome in. Kate, hello. Thank you for being here. And I also have a couple of announcements to make, and they are all about this. First of all, if you want to get involved in our community, you can totally do that. And it's actually a free space where I schedule events. We just had our yearly Akashic Healing Chamber or Akashic Healing Retreats. And the focus was obviously self-care, tuning in. The replays are all available, and it was a totally free program to attend. So I highly recommend that you go check it out, because you can do this until the end of the year. You can do it whenever, really. Whenever you need to take care of yourself, go do the Akashic Healing Chamber replays. Do them in a row from day 1 to day 5, and you'll feel so much better at the end. But in this community, we host events like that. And we also host our Starseed membership, which is the membership where we talk about the astrology. And I literally go over every month that the sun, whenever the sun enters a new sign, I talk about the astrology of the entire month that's coming up. I also tell you what this is going to mean for us collectively. And then we get to look at our personal charts and see where is this sun going to be transiting in our own chart. And when you do that, you get like a very clear perspective of how it's going to be affecting you personally. So we actually do that in the Starseed membership. We also have a monthly group support Zoom where we just get to come together on a Zoom meeting. I don't even record it because I want people to feel super comfortable with just sharing and being open and feeling free to express themselves. And those meetings are amazing. We just kind of check in, see how we're doing, how is the astrology affecting us. And it's so cool to have these conversations and to watch, the astrology in real time and get all these examples from people in real life. I also host courses. I have tons of courses that are available for purchase. You can learn about Starseed astrology. Today, we're going to talk about something really important that's in the term of, I would consider, Starseed astrology. You could learn about the tarot. We have a tarot class that I did with my friend Jason Seva Sundar. That's available there. There's so many things. And what we're really excited about, of course, the Moon Goddess training starts in February. So we got a little bit of time before that. And between now and then, Ashley and I are hosting a new course called Aligned by Design Business School. And the whole school is going to guide you through basically designing your business, like the fun part of it, like what am I going to name my business, and what, where can I get some inspiration on this? What do I really want to do? And if you're like, I don't know what to do, but I really want to step like into the action part of this, creating my spiritual business, we're going to guide you through how to do that, specifically using the Gene Keys. And it is focused on the Pearl sequence, which you may or may not know that it makes a powerful connection with business, with your brand, with your culture, with your vocation, with your how, it all expresses itself out, and truly how you're here to be of service to the collective, and how to activate prosperity and abundance for you. So it's a magical tool that we have. But what we're going to do is not just teach you the Gene Keys. We're also going to talk about human design and aligning business with human design, with your human design, aligning your business with your human design, make sure it all fits to what you want to do and what you want to offer. We're also going to talk about marketing, and we're going to have you create a business plan, including things like the name of your business, like the description of, who you are as a business. And the truth is that you are the business, and this is exactly what we're going to teach you. And when you are living fully in alignment with your design, right? Aligned by design, you can completely activate prosperity within the space of business. You just need to know, where is it that I'm supposed to be, fully engaging in the space of business? So we can't freaking wait. And we want to promote the program, the class, which begins January 21st. So basically when we enter into Aquarius season and we get really close to the year of the fire horse. But the way we're going to promote it is we're going to be doing shows and picking a specific person who's like famous and most likely like in the spiritual community, the spiritual world, and looking at their charts and specifically the things that we're going to talk about in the Aligned by Design Business School, and then showing, are they living their design through their business? And this weekend, we are going to talk about Richard Rudd. Speaking of, so exciting because he is the creator of the Gene Keys, and we love the Gene Keys over here. So we're so excited to do that show on Saturday with Ashley. So I wanted to announce that because it is really freaking exciting. So now let us dive into and get ready, because this one's going to be like a total transmission, like a total channeled message. Hello, Ashley. Welcome in. Hello, Carmelola. Hello, Lish. Good to see you. So I'm going to do a screen share so we can start diving into these charts. So there is that. So you should be able to see the chart on the screen. And so here we are. We are looking at this new moon in Sagittarius. It is a new moon that is happening exactly at 28 degrees, 24 minutes of Sagittarius. And just that alone is so significant, because if you think about the decans of astrology, the 28th degree is almost the end of Sagittarius. Like basically like this new moon happens and then boom, we like enter into Capricorn season. And the third decan is about a really higher level of functioning. Like if you think about the first decan from 0 to 9 degrees, you have, or 0 to 9. Yeah, 0 to 9. you have like the babies of the zodiac. They're like still learning about themselves. It's very personal. It's very me, those degrees. The second half, the second decan, so from 10 to 29, or from 10 to 19, sorry, that's like the kind of more experience. You've already kind of gotten your hands dirty. You're really learning the wisdom. And then the third decan is you're mastering the energy. And so this is a master level energy of a new moon. But wait, there's more. If we look at the symbolism of Sagittarius, and this is from my book, the chakra that this new moon is connected to is the throat chakra. So it's about expressing, it's about essentially manifesting, it's about speaking your truth. The system of the body that this moon is connected to is the endocrine system, which is actually related to all of the chakras. So essentially it's like the ruler of all of the chakras. The endocrine system are the glands that have, where the physical connection to the chakra lives. So for example, the pineal gland is crown chakra, right? The pituitary gland is the third eye. The thyroid, parathyroid, is the throat chakra. The thymus gland is the heart, and so on and so forth. And so the endocrine system is like the ruler of like the Kundalini energy. And so if you are experiencing any kind of Sagittarius energy, it's going to hold this like full body kind of activation, Kundalini rising. That's very significant. Another thing about the 28th degree is that, hang on one second. Sorry, I'm getting a notification over here. Okay. Okay, so the other thing about the 28th degree is that within the degrees of Sagittarius lives many powerful stargates. Let's just say that. And I'm saying that so simply. But one of the significant energies that this lives within is Ophiuchus. And Ophiuchus is the 13th sign. It's known as the hidden sign. It's known as the occult sign. So we're talking hermetic alchemy. We're talking hidden information coming to the surface. Sagittarius is a Jupiter-ruled sign. And we'll look at Jupiter where he is in a moment. But essentially, this is knowledge. This is wisdom. This is going beyond our horizons. Sagittarius is the adventurer. Sagittarius is the one that like points his arrow to where he wants to go and then shoots it and freaking goes. And it's like, I'm just going on the adventure. I don't care what, I'm not concerned about what I'm going to find because that's how excited I am to go on this adventure and discover something new. It's like mystery. It's like the mysteries live here, right? But wait, there's more. Because at 27 degrees of Sagittarius is the galactic center. Okay? That is huge. And this means that this is a portal. This moon is none other than a freaking portal to the center of the Milky Way galaxy and a portal to the Akashic records, a portal to information coming in about anything along the history of humanity and our solar system, the past and the future. But wait, there's more. Hi guys, thanks for coming in. Sorry, I'm being ridiculous right now. Guess what also happens on December 19th of 2025? 3-Eye Atlas is the closest to the Earth. Coincidence? I don't think so. We haven't even gone beyond the sun and the moon yet in this analysis. Like, we're just talking about right there where it's happening with the sun and the moon. All of that is fucking insane. Okay, there's like no other way to put it. It's like fucking insane. So are you feeling crazy loopy yet? This means that this moon is literally the portal for like the downloads to come in. If you're getting downloads from the future, then they're activating the present so that we grow and evolve. If you're getting like messages from like understanding the past, also information to help us grow and evolve. I mean, like anything. This is such a powerful activation. To define a little bit more about what the galactic center is. It is a power point, meaning a point of power in the universe, the luminous heart of our Milky Way. Astronomically, it ties around 26, 27 degrees of Sag in the tropical zodiac. It's near Sagittarius A, which is a supermassive black hole. Symbolically, it functions as a cosmic transmitter, broadcasting information, memory, and evolutionary impulse. Think of it as the source code of our galaxy. What the fuck? This is crazy because what I'm going to lead into at the end of this broadcast is going to blow your fucking mind, okay? Core meanings of the galactic center. 1, cosmic intelligence and downloading. The galactic center is associated with higher knowledge, universal truth, revelation beyond the linear mind. People with strong galactic center activations often experience downloads, visions, or sudden knowing, sometimes before they have language for it. The archetype of the galactic center is the oracle and the cosmic seer. 2, evolutionary pressure. Unlike gentle transits, the galactic center tends to accelerate awakening. It asks, can you hold a larger truth? Are you willing to release outdated beliefs? This can feel exhilarating or destabilizing, depending on one's grounding. 3, Sagittarius is meaning, truth, and direction. Because the galactic center sits in Sagittarius, its wisdom comes through philosophy, spiritual law, teaching and transmission, and the quest for meaning. It's looking for the truth with the capital T. And 4, the galactic center is more collective than personal. When it is strongly activated, you may feel called to serve a larger story. You may take sudden turns aligned with destiny rather than comfort. And you may act as a bridge between worlds, paradigms, or timelines. When the sun is on the galactic center, identity is tied to cosmic purpose and the truth teller. When the moon is tied to the galactic center, emotional attunement to collective fields. The galactic center is activated by the sun once a year. It's actually on it like right now. Once a year in Sagittarius season, when it's at 27 degrees, 26, 27, and 28 would be right there. And it just so happens that this new moon is also happening on the galactic center on the day where 3i Atlas is closest to Earth. I mean, it's like, no, this is definitely divine order. I'm just kidding. This is definitely way beyond what we think is happening here. This is nuts. So, The galactic center is our cosmic womb. It is the energetic heart of our galaxy. It's the place of origin, memory, transmission, evolutionary instruction. What? When the sun and moon unite here, we receive a reset at the source level. It's a collective reboot that brings through truth, cosmology, belief systems, future timelines, and asks us, what story are we living by? Because through Atlas, many people are talking about it. It's an interstellar object, meaning it originates outside of our solar family, carrying information from beyond our known system, which symbolically makes it a cosmic envoy. Basically, when an object from another star system becomes most visible, exactly as the moon renews itself at the galactic center, the symbolism is the galaxy is speaking and we are listening. The alignment between the sun and the moon on the galactic center suggests a moment of galactic coherence. Because a new moon is a seed point, an initiation, a void. The galactic center is source intelligence. And our interstellar visitor is the external input, the new data, the expanded perspective. So together they describe a download of new cosmological narratives, the collapse of outdated belief systems, an invitation to orient towards a larger truth. It's a reorientation, a collective reorientation. So, that's just the moon and the sun. We talked about Jupiter because Jupiter is the ruler of this moon. So what is Jupiter doing here? Well, he happens to be at 22 degrees of Cancer. 22. For those of you that study step astrology, is this like a master 2 number? Like I'm working through my replays, but now that I see 22 Cancer, right? Moon, Cancer. Is this master Cancer? You guys that study steppity step, what do you say? No big deal. While I wait for verification on that, either way, 22 is a sacred master number, and it does have to do with feelings and emotions, and it's in Cancer. 4 is Uranus. 4 is I belong. So maybe we're like feeling our way into where do we belong. We're tuning. This is like emotional authority to the max. Jupiter is like, feel it and feel it some more. And then some more. Are you sure? Did you feel it enough? Yeah, so like to the last drop of emotion, he's like, do it till the last drop drops. Okay, thanks, Jupiter. Like, got it. But what's so crazy is that he is making an exact square to Chiron at 22 degrees. So, this is about deep healing of the heart and the self. I always like to say that Cancer to me feels like self-care. And that's the new thing for me. Yeah, it represents home and family and all those things and the moon and emotions, but I feel like it's about truly like loving yourself enough so that you can be present for other people. And right now with Chiron and Aries, we are healing the wound of, it's like the masculine wound. Like Aries is Mars ruled. And interestingly enough, When we talk about the gene key, Mars, even though it's in Capricorn, it's in the same gene key as the sun and the moon. So it's like part of the little energy here. But this is the healing, the womb of identity. Like a 22 in the chat. Who am I? And what am I doing here? Who are we? And what are we doing here? What are you waiting for? I'm just kidding. So, massive freaking healing going on with the ruler of this moon and Chiron. Okay. Let's continue. The nodes are 11. Another like numerologically powerful number. That's interesting. And Mercury, which is the ruler of Gemini, which is the opposite sign of Sagittarius, is actually in Sagittarius. And in Sagittarius, it's making a T-square to the nodes. So the mind space, and he's also on a Fucus, and not just that, he's actually on Antares. Mercury is on Antares, the star at the heart of the Scorpion. Transmutation, death, transcendence, shadow work, truth, seeing the truth that lives inside of you, finding the true inner light that comes from within. By the way, Jupiter is also on Sirius activation energy, like the star Sirius. So we've got a Fucus, the galactic center. Mercury is also on a Fucus. We've got Antares. We've got Sirius. Like, we've got Pegasus, Neptune at 29. There is a lot. Jupiter 1 degree away from Altair, the Eagle Star, the Aquila star seeds, seeing things from a bigger picture. Now, the most challenging thing about this moon would be this square that it's making to Saturn and Neptune. Because anytime there's a square to Neptune, it brings in confusion. It's kind of like the Hanged Man card that, he hangs upside down. And so he's like trying to receive a vision, and he's trying to like work through the fog. And that's why it's like, you have to wait. There's an aspect of you have to wait for the clarity to arrive in order to move forward. So there's a part of us that feels like we want to just freaking go. And then there's a part of us that needs to remember to feel. To really feel. So all of those things are, and then the square to Saturn actually can bring in, yes, it can feel like there's a heaviness to this, but I think at this point we're freaking ready, and the friction that the squares bring are the one things that are going to push us forward, like whether you like it or not, because it's time. We need squares to push us forward towards growth and evolution. So yeah, it's going to be heavy, it's going to be intense, but it's like there's a force coming with this, like a freaking freight train. Like somehow you need to find a way. I just got this crazy vision where it's like I'm seeing this like coming into your third eye, and you're like, and if you're not ready for that and you're not grounded, like it's going to pummel you. Energetically, that's what I'm feeling. There's also, interestingly enough, an exact quincunx 28 to Uranus. And quincunxes kind of act a little bit like squares, like they bring in challenges. These are the aspects that make the yods, which are called the fingers of God. And yeah, this is interesting here. Some kind of a fated sort of energy coming in through Uranus, which rules Aquarius, who's like changing our physical world, who's changing the earth. Yes, Uriel is the archangel connected to Antares. Yes, exactly. And he is the wisest. That he brings in some deep wisdom. So that is this new moon through the lens of astrology. So now let's show you where this is happening in the human design chart. So one moment while I switch screens here. Okay. So now you can see the hold on one second. Now you can see, yeah, this is good. Okay. Now you can see the human design chart of this moon. But it's the transit chart. It's not a person, so we call it the human design transit chart. And you can tell that there's no planet activations for this one. Meaning, there's no channel activations for this one. See how this energy is nuts? It's like I'm like loopy right now. Like trying to focus, but my mind's like wanting to expand and not focus. So there's no channels active or defined. So there's no defined centers for this moon. It's kind of like everything is activating a certain space. So what you have to do is like look at all these gates right now that the planets are activating and be like, do I have the other side of this channel? Because if I do, this moon is creating like oh, my phone's ringing. This moon is creating like an electromagnetic energy for you in your chart so you can work with it powerfully. So let's look at where this moon is happening. Well, there you go. 10th gate, Sun, Moon, and Mars on the 10th gate. And the moon is line 1, which is about foundations. It's about structure. So it's like we're foundationally connecting to this energy. The 10th gate is in the G center, which is highlighted here on the screen. The G center is the center of identity and direction. So this new moon is directing us in some way, guiding us in some way. So what is the 10th gate? Well, it's called the gate of the behavior of the self. And it actually is one of these gates that makes quite a bit of different channel activations. Like there's the 1020, which is the channel of awakening. There's the 5710, which is the channel of perfected form. And let me see if I believe there's one more, and I believe it's the 1034, but I just want to verify. 1034, the channel of exploration. So channel of exploration, channel of perfected form, and channel of awakening. So all those 3 things are possible within the space of this energy of the 10th gate. So what is the 10th gate through the lens of human design? The gate of behavior of the self, also described in the I Ching as treading. These are people whose lives are an expression of their own uniqueness. That means the moon is calling us to step into our own uniqueness. The love of oneself. What? One of the gates of love. This gate is about the love of being oneself. When the 10 is connected to the 20, it has a means of expressing itself verbally and spontaneously. These people are here to express one of 6 behavior patterns according to which 10th gate line they have. Okay, so this is a line 1, so this is the investigator. When the gate is not part of a defined channel, these people are often deeply concerned about the behavior of others. So the 10th gate also translates to the 10th gene key, which goes from the shadow of self-obsession to the gift of naturalness, and eventually the city of being. It's described as being at ease, and that's why I titled the title of this YouTube video being at ease. At ease, soldier. But my favorite thing about this gate is that it forms part of the codon ring of humanity, which is my freaking favorite codon ring of all of them. The sacred wound at the heart of humanity and the reason for all of our suffering can be unlocked by the gene keys that make up this codon ring. As one of the most complex codon groups, each of the 6 gene keys in this group represent an archetypal aspect of the human story, together encapsulating all the mythic elements of what it means to be a human being. Wounded from the outset, the 25. You must do battle with your shadows, the 38. Overcome the limitations of the mind, the 17. Surrender your need to control life, the 21, and find your true self, the 10th, before you can awaken, the 51. So the story, the piece of the story that we are being awakened into is the finding our true self part. That's what this new moon is literally calling us towards. And that means it's a collective finding our true self, which leads to what? The awakening. So, such a powerful energy just in general. What do you guys think about all that so far? So far, this is nuts. I want to switch screens again because I want to talk a little bit more about the gene key. So we've got this 10th gene key that goes from the shadow of self-obsession to the gift of naturalness to the city of being. I want to look into the repressed nature and the reactive nature of this gene key, the shadow of self-obsession, because I want you to see if this is something that you are struggling with right now. And if it is, this is the call. This is the wake-up call. The new moon is tomorrow, to set the intention to transmute this shadow into the gift of naturalness. So the repressive nature of the 10th gene key is self-denying. The introverted nature of the shadow of self-obsession is to deny oneself altogether. Who's doing that? Not me. Fuck that. This kind of reversal of the energy of self-obsession becomes entirely centrifugal and focuses on everything and anything but oneself. These are people whose lives are lived for others and through others. However, such martyrdom does not have a positive spin and cannot serve evolution. These lives are made up entirely of compromise, in which those who deny themselves become like zombies for the collective. Although this kind of language may sound shocking, a huge majority of the world population lives like this, with no real self-love, no true center or heart within themselves, no identity, no direction. These people are the prime targets, here we go, for the great world religions. I didn't say it, it's right here. Their self-denial does not allow them to recognize the divine within themselves, finding it far easier to project such an authority outside of them. Damn, okay, here we go. Reactive nature, narcissistic. These are great. When the self-obsessive force is externalized through the reactive nature, it becomes truly narcissistic in the sense that it excludes all others. Just as the repressive nature denies its own existence, the reactive nature denies the existence of others. These are people whose lives are based entirely around themselves. The fear within them lives as anger. They project their fear of losing their identity onto others and onto society in general. Such people cannot yield any part of themselves to others. They live in paranoia that the world or others will somehow rob them of their right to freedom. The reactive nature finds relationships hardest of all, since they are essentially locked in a love affair with themselves, but not with their true self. The true self is everything, is everywhere and in everything, since its nature is love. However, to realize such a concept, one has to drop the very thing that gives one the illusion of safety, the illusion of individual identity. Damn. Anybody being called out right now? The 10th city, being divine laziness. When the differentiated self has manifested its highest expression in the world through the 10th gift, one final surprise lies in store. There is a 6th phase to the process of becoming yourself that brings an end to the whole notion of self-knowledge. In a sense, it is a return to the stage before you asked the fateful question, who am I? The 6th phase is the 10th city of being. When the 10th city dawns in a human being, then for that person, even evolution itself has ended. It is the 10th city, the differentiated self. In the 10th city, the differentiated self spontaneously dissolves in a higher mirror of the 3rd phase in which the constructs of your search for knowledge end. However, at this citic level, everything dissolves. Self, not self, mind, form, purpose, and meaning. The only word that even gives a hint of what the 10th city holds is the word being. In the expressions of the mystical traditions, this is sometimes known as the I am consciousness. Yo! Although the very use of the word I can be misleading, in the 10th city, there is no sense of I. There is only pure consciousness expressed as being. The 10th city is destined to be deeply misunderstood by all those who do not live in its embrace. Along with its programming partner, the 15th city of fluorescence, it inspires one of the great metaphysical paradoxes of all time. This paradox is well expressed through a phenomenon particular to Buddhism, that of the arhats and bodhisattvas, the two externalized manifestations of the highest state of enlightenment or realization. Without getting weighed down by dogma, down in hefty Buddhist dogma, these two expressions of human perfection can be understood as representing being and becoming, respectively. The arhat is of the 10th city, representing pure being, a state in which evolution no longer exists or matters. For the arhat, once he or she is enlightened, the whole universe is also enlightened, so there is nothing more to be done. For the bodhisattva, who is the 15th city, there is no end to life, which is continually evolving an evolving state of flowering. Thus, the Bodhisattva takes a vow to deliberately hold back their enlightenment in favor of helping evolution complete itself in the form of guiding others towards their state of liberation. These two expressions of human perfection, the Arhat and the Bodhisattva, have caused a great deal of confusion in mystical circles. The way of being is represented strongly by the tradition of Advaita Vedanta, one of India's oldest spiritual streams. Through the 10th city, a great lightness is born and a great humor concerning life itself. To experience life through the 10th city is to see everything that normal humans think of as important reduced to a game or an illusion. To the Arhat, life is meaningless, time is an illusion, and therefore evolution itself is a game. Because this viewpoint is generally viewed by the unenlightened as selfish and threatening to their ongoing identification with evolution, the Arhat has been mostly eschewed in favor of the Bodhisattva. Thus, flow the politics of enlightenment. To choose outside, to those outside these states, they appear utterly contrary to one another. But to the being manifesting them, both poles are experienced together. The only differentiation between them is the language that the person uses to describe his or her experience or revelation. The Arhat has nothing left to do in the world, whereas the Bodhisattva has a deeply focused mission to help others. The 10th city is a beautiful expression of consciousness coming through the human form. These are people whose awakening encompasses all existence. Whoa. The intense focus on oneself that comes through the 10th jinki finally breaks its identification with form and experiences everything as self, with love as the fluid in which the multifarious aspects of the self are floating. You can see how easily misconstrued the message of the 10th city can become, especially in today's world, in which we human beings are called to participate more and more in our own evolution. The 10th city is a reminder that it is all but a game, a leela, or a play in which even our loftiest ambitions are ultimately meaningless. Dude, what the fuck? I'm tripping balls. Obviously, if everyone held this view, evolution itself would stop in its tracks, since this view represents the ending of evolution. The 10th city sees the beauty of the game of evolution, but has no alternative but to undermine it. Being undermines everything. It does not allow identification with anything outside the wonder of the present moment. To the person who has entered the mystery of the 10th city, the two poles of being and becoming are one in their revelation to rest in the true nature of being and at the same time bear witness to the effervescent flow of form becoming more and more complex through evolution. The outer destiny of each person is governed by the primary gene keys that are genetically wired inside them. Thus, it is the primary city that determines the language and style of a particular enlightened manifestation. It is perhaps understandable then, and also a little sad, that the 10th city has been judged so unfavorably by metaphysicians for some time now. The powers that be do not want people to sit idly by and dream away their lives in the divine laziness of being. Those quieter days of the Arhats have been superseded. The modern day view that holds favor is that of the evolutionist. Today we are obsessed by evolution, by where it is asking us, taking us, and whether we can control our own direction as a species. At times of potential crisis, like the time we are moving through today, being is seen as doing nothing. If we are to survive the next few centuries, there are things we must do. To the one within the 10th city, there has never been anything to do because there is no one to do it. So why all the fuss about our future? Being in the nature of consciousness is form. Being is the nature of consciousness in form, and it has no agenda or direction. It simply is. It is that simple statement. In that simple statement lies a power beyond all comprehension, and it establishes the 10th city as the sleeping giant within the human genome. Nothing has more power than being itself. We would each do well to remember the nature of being that rests behind all the dramas of the world and our individual lives. To rest unattached in the supreme state of being. To rest unattached in the supreme state of being, while at the same time participating in the adventure of our evolution, is quite possibly the greatest task that humans of the future will have to master. Damn. That was a lot. So let's go back to, I want to read you this, and then I want to show you something. So, this new moon in Sagittarius, this is the channeled message that I wrote in my Seasons and Stargates book for this year. The darkness in the sky reveals a black hole, the center of the Milky Way galaxy. There is information to be retrieved from here, truths to be revealed. We are at a critical point of clarity and confusion. We must surrender to the doubt, get lost in the confusion, and trust in the nothingness. The hero's journey continues. It is here we land upon the shoulders of great giants, giants that knew no bounds, giants that guided us towards discovering who we are. This is a moment to fully embody your design and purpose, because that is the way forward. In your unique design lie hidden the codes to help you navigate the great black hole. Nothing outside of you will give you the answers. If you do not trust yourself, you will get lost in the nothingness. In the nothingness. What do you most want? What lights you up right now? Anchor yourself in your own wisdom and watch the magic unfold. It's time to be at ease in your own skin, and the direction will reveal itself. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Are you ready to take that step? If you do not feel ready, you must navigate through the chaos of your own mind and clear the fog. Embody true patience and move forward with your eyes closed. And here's the last thing that I want to share with you, because what this moon and the energy that we're experiencing right now, downloads can come through. And I mean epic fucking downloads. So you better have your journal ready. And this entire week, and especially tomorrow, as the new moon dawns, make sure that you're paying attention and you're listening. So, I talked in the beginning about how today we had this epic freaking sacred geometry class by Robert Grant. So we were having our integration call for the Peru trip. And in this integration call, Robert is telling us about his latest discovery and legit blew our freaking minds because he straight up gave us a freaking lesson in sacred geometry, how the platonic solids are shown through Metatron's cube, and how he has recently discovered a whole new family of sacred geometric shapes, like evolved shapes. And they are just the most amazing, like, images that you will ever see. These are images that literally, like, they do something to you. And he spent 4 hours today, but I was able to be there for 2 hours of it, and then I had to go do a session, so I need to watch the replay for the second 2 hours. But in those 2 hours, he said a lot, and he showed us how he created the shapes through, you know, the geometry program, and how he figured out that we were like missing something, and like in the world of geometry, math, all that stuff, and that you know, no one thought to like use two like different types of angles to create shapes. And so once he did that, he was able to make the shapes that actually become solid, where in reality, like, you can't really make solid shapes unless you're changing the way that shapes are formed, as I understand it. Okay, so I'm gonna pull up his Instagram and show you the shapes. And if you have not seen them, of course, you can find them on his Instagram. And they're just phenomenal. So here is the post, what the post says, while you take a moment to observe these shapes. And I want you to tell me in the chat what these shapes do to you. What do you feel when you gaze at these shapes? He says, are you ready to celebrate your uniqueness, asymmetries, and flaws? That's nuts, because what did we just finish reading about? The 10th gene key. The illusion of perfection. God alone is too soft. Gold alone is too soft. Silver alone is too brittle. But electrum, their alchemical union, creates strength through balance rather than purity. In geometry, this truth has been hiding in plain sight for millennia. Platonic solids embody the golden ratio, 1.618, perfect, symmetrical, ideal. They represent divine order, but also rigidity, beautiful and fragile in their absoluteness. Archimedean solids lean into the silver ratio, 2.414, structural, rational, repetitive. They introduce complexity, but at the cost of soul, stable, yet emotionally inert. Catalan solids attempt reconciliation. They carry higher mixtures of, wow, I'm an idiot because I don't know what that symbol means, distorted through duality, closer to life, yet still polarized, still incomplete. Then something new emerges. Who knows what that symbol means? It's by alchemical. The harmonic solids, not golden, not silver, but electrum. Their governing constant is 1.492. The electrum ratio, neither softness nor brightness, neither dominance nor submission, but coherence through golden asymmetry. This is kintsugi in mathematical form. Kintsugi is the practice, the Japanese practice of like putting back together things that have broken and like sealing the cracks with gold. The fracture is not hidden, it is highlighted. The asymmetry is not error, it is information. This is why we are here. The earth experience is not about achieving perfection. It is about integrating opposites, reconciling masculine and feminine, order and chaos, gold and silver, light and shadow. We do not become whole by returning to symmetry. We become whole by transcending it. The harmonic solids are not just new geometries. They are a future grammar, a blueprint for resilient systems, conscious design, and awakened structure. The break was never the failure. The imbalance was the instruction. Electrum is the answer. This is the remembrance. And this download that he got of these shapes happened right around, he said, there was something on the 26th, but then something on December 11th. Like, he's just been going through, ever since the Peru trip, he's just been going through these like intense downloads and downloads. He wasn't posting all about it. But this is, these are the shapes, right? The grand harmonic solids. Let's go to, oh yeah, this is the practice, the Japanese practice of kintsugi, where something breaks and they like seal it, but they put gold in the cracks. So it's like your brokenness makes you beautiful. Like that. Like that. What? What's this? What's this? He's got the bow and arrow, yo. Golden imperfection. Damn. A little bit more about 3i Atlas. Okay, here we go. The omegahedron. First word that comes to you, go in the chat. First thing that comes to you when you look at this one. The omegahedron. These to me look like eyes are looking at me. I don't know why. It's like that my experience is like, shit, dude. Like I'm being seen. It feels like I'm being seen. What a word comes to you when you see the omegahedron, either in the chat or in the comments if you're watching the replay. Dawn says a Christmas ball. Like, the Grantahedron. Home. Here we go. Okay, beautiful. Home. Okay, we got one. Let's go to the next one. The Vamokahedron. The Vamoka. Sorry. The Vamokahedron. What do you guys sense when you feel this? This one? This one feels very solid to me. Eyeball the observer. This one feels very solid to me. What's the word that comes? Warrior. Okay, I just got the word warrior. Warrior. Okay. Next one. Synthahedron. What word? Oh, Dawn said architect for the other one. Okay, I like it. Now, what word comes to you? Synthahedron. Wheel. This, it's like a wheel, like turn, click, unlocked. I that's what I got. I got wheel. Okay, yeah, that's what I got. Okay, protection, said somebody. Okay, I love it. Let's go to the next one. Alphahedron, stellated. Dude. This one, okay. If anyone is, it looks like a star. I mean, it's stellated, right? So it's a star. What does Matthias connect on Earth? I don't know. Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange. Reza. What else do you guys get from this one? I feel like, ooh, I just got the word black hole. I don't know, like, if you, this one feels very spaceship-y to me. It feels like a spaceship. Okay, let's go to the next one. The Enchihedron. Oh, okay. I saw this one. Oh, Penta? Ooh, I like that. Pia Penta. Somebody said crown. Okay, this one, the Enchihedron. Okay, when I saw this one, my brain went whoa into it, and then it got like grabbed by it, and then it was like whoa, pulled out, and then it was like whoa. This is like a fucking wormhole. This one is a wormhole. Pia said Venusian. Vault for the one. Wait, what, Ash? Vaults for the one before the alpha? Oh, Vault for the, I got it. Okay. Armored. Black hole. Okay. Doorway. Yeah, doorway. I like it. Yeah. Enchihedron. Corridors. This is fun. This one to me feels wormhole. Like Athena vibes. Okay. The Orion octave. A new method for geometric exploration. This is what he was teaching us, that like using this new system, he was able to, like, his brain like pulled those shapes out of this bigger formation. And he called it the Orion cubes. Oh my God, it's like the coolest jungle gym ever. Alphahedron, no stellations. Somebody said, what the fuck? Wait, you mean what the fuck? Okay, one of the things that he did teach us today was that these shapes are way more 3D than any other ones he's ever drawn before. So, okay, we're getting Merkaba feel, womb, what the fuck, chaos, entropy, ooh, universe. Yeah. The Grantahedron. Okay, what do you guys feel? As above, so below. Universe. Okay, what do you guys think about this one? The Grantahedron. This one, I'm tuning in. This one is a heart. He said it was a heart. This one is the heart. Yeah. Clarity. Ooh, I love that. I love that, you guys. Okay, so that was super fun. Thanks for playing with me. But honestly, these, oh, there was another one. Where is the other one? Hang on. Because there was one. It was the there was just one that he had like an image of that was just freaking nuts. I think it is this one, but it was like a different, I'm trying to think of, well, it doesn't matter. Anyways, go and check these out. These are insane. And this is what's going to activate you right now. I'm not even kidding. Like, this is the activation right here. Straight up. This new moon brought us this. So you better go and sit with it for a minute and just stare at them and like journal. Because you're going to be activated. Reminds me of a Fisher-Price toy I had as a kid. Yeah, yeah, I know that toy. But this is the activation, you guys. These new family of harmonic solids is the activation. This is literally everything I just said summed up right here. It's like, you are beautiful inside and out. That it's, you know, the gate of the behavior of the self. It's from self-obsession to naturalness to being, like, just be yourself, just be at ease. And this is what's going to take us into the true awakening. It is so freaking powerful. I mean, it's been crazy. Today was a crazy day because I had a hella busy day, but at the same time, I was like so alive and so like awakened, you know? And gazing at these images was just beyond. I actually took a, oh, here it is. I wonder if somehow I can show it to you guys. Let me see if I can find a way to show this one to you guys. Hang on. Because this is the real one that is the, like, the really powerful activation that I felt from this specific image. So give me one moment so I can figure out the settings here on how to share this. Let me do maybe a window capture and see if the screenshot that I took can be. Oh, hey now, you're an all-star. Is this the one? Ooh, okay, you guys are gonna love it. Whoa, that sounded kind of creepy. Okay, 1 second. I'm getting it sized up to magic. We're sizing it up for full effect. Are you guys ready? Sizing it up for full activation mode. Ready? Boom. Tell me what you see. I'm just going to leave it up for a moment. What do you see? Feel free to just be with it. When I looked at this, what I felt was God looking back at me. That's what I said in the chat today. I was like, this is God looking back at me. And I said back at me. Exploding earth, ruby, emerald, rose, the records. Ooh. Keep them coming, keep them coming. What do you feel? I just had a stroke seeing that. No. Completion, says Pia. No, I want you guys to look at it. I want the world needs to see these. This is the activation that this full moon brought us. Heart, says Lish. It's there's no words. Oh, Sticks and Stones said that feels like home to me. Lucia says harmonic magnificence. Beyond. This is beyond frickin'. For real, my heart skipped a beat hard. I know. So you're looking at you. I mean, I don't know. That's like, maybe we are. Maybe this is the mirror. And maybe what you see when you look at this image is you're looking at yourself because you are God. Damn. Fuck, dude. I can't with it. Like, I feel like I'm going into the zone and I'm like, I better finish this broadcast before I fly off the planet. It's like really big on my screen. Okay. So this is it. And that's why I wanted to bring this up, because this is it right here. Holly says, I see truth. Pia says the structure of the game. Ooh, yeah, I like that. Thank you. It's the prettiest one. It is. It is the prettiest one. Jennifer says, that's what Richard says about the eye in the middle of the codon rings. It's God's eye, yourself looking at you 100%. Get the fuck out of here. What? I feel like I'm going to be sucked in. Like, just, what the fuck is going on? You know what I said today in the chat? I was like, you have to, I'm like, when are the jewelry pendants coming? Because I need all these shapes in necklaces that I can alternate day to day. Oh my God. They are very alive though. They are very alive. And this is freaking pure magic. So thank you, Robert Edward Grant, for fucking channeling this epic download for us that we needed. And he's very clear that Three-Eye Atlas is bringing in this awareness, this consciousness, and specifically like sacred geometry. So, damn. All right, you guys. That's enough. No, I'm just kidding. But thank you all so much for hanging out with me today. I really hope you enjoyed this broadcast, that you had fun exploring these things with me. This new moon is beyond powerful, and wow, I really don't have any words. I'm just excited to see what unfolds, and I want to make that into my my desktop background so I can like look at it all the time. I know. It looks like protection, says somebody. Yeah, I love that. Amazing. Yes. Yes. All right. Thank you. I'm excited for this new moon. Tomorrow I'll be back and we'll be doing our Akashic reading, our intuitive channeled message from the fucking Galactic Center. Straight up. And live music. Oh, we keep getting comments. I see all three hearts connecting wisdom, truth, and creation. Wisdom, will, and truth. Damn. Okay. So I will see you guys all tomorrow. And then I hope that you join us on Saturday. These events have all been like scheduled. So hit the notification for when we go live. And it's going to be so fun. We can't freaking wait. So here we go. Sat Nam.